If you're someone who has a career to build, a family to come home to, a business to run, and you're still trying to go to the gym 5-6 days a week to get in shape, I want you to watch this entire video, because what I'm about to show you is going to completely transform the way you train and get you better results in less time. And maybe you've tried those 5-day splits. Chest one day, shoulders another day, back another day, legs the next. You've watched the Instagram and YouTube influencers telling you that you need to do more. Maybe you've even bought programs off of other coaches. And what happened? You miss sessions, you burn out, and then you tell yourself, I don't believe I can do this. I'm too busy, I've got too much going on. And that leads to getting average results at best. And here's the thing, I don't see many people talking about how we can help real people with real lives that are extremely busy actually get in fantastic shape. Because training more is not the answer. And in fact, these programs might be the exact reason that you're stuck. So in this video, I'm going to show you how training just 3 times a week for around about 40 minutes can not only get the same results as training 5 or 6 days a week, but can actually outperform it on every level. This is backed by science, backed by real results, and it's going to be an actual framework that you can follow. So my name is Archie Gravener. I'm a health, fitness, and performance coach. I've worked one-to-one with over 500 founders, executives, directors, entrepreneurs, parents, just all-round busy people. And they all come to me with the same problem. No time, high stress, and they don't want to spend their entire life in the gym. And time again, I've helped these people go from exhausted and inconsistent with their training and their nutrition to actually building a physique and a fitness level that they're truly proud of. And here's the important bit, without it costing them their career, their personal lives, their social lives, or their relationships. And today in this video, I'm going to show you the exact reason why. And look, if you want more videos that are going to show you how to get real results around real life, then just hit that subscribe button and like this video. So let's get into it. Let's talk about a problem that no one talks about. The thing that most people miss is that muscle isn't necessarily built in the gym. It's built when you're outside of the gym recovering. And this is where being an extremely busy person can work against you. Because at the end of the day, if you have a business to run, a career to push on, or a family to feed, your stress levels and your cortisol levels are already super high. And chronic stress quite simply tanks your recovery. So if you're trying to train 5 or 6 days a week, there's quite a high chance that you're just not recovering properly and you're smashing the muscle over and over and over again. What this means is that you're quite simply not getting the most out of your sessions because you're not getting the correct recovery in between them. Put it this way. Let's say you have 12 sets total on your chest over the course of a week. If you have one singular chest day where we're just training chest and we're training nothing else, you're going to complete all 12 sets within that day. And 12 is quite low. Some people will be completing a lot more sets than 12 over the course of a chest day. So you do your first set of chest, let's say it's a bench press, and you lift well and maybe you even hit a personal best. The session starts off well. However, when you get to the end of the session, towards the last half of the session, because you've already given a lot of intensity to the start of the session, the second half of the session isn't going to be very productive because you're just working through fatigue. What if we were able to split up those sets across the week? So instead of training 12 sets on one session, you're going to train 4 sets over the course of 3 sessions throughout the week. What that means is that you're still going to be doing the same amount of volume over the course of a week. It allows for proper recovery of that muscle group between the sessions. The thought process that we should be training one muscle group at a time is bro science. This is not bro science. This is backed by a 2019 meta-analysis that looked at hundreds of studies. And the conclusion was training each muscle group at least twice throughout the week was more productive than just training it once. So training 3 days a week with the correct split is far more productive. So for someone who's watching this, like yourself, whose life is already compromised by high stress, training 3 days a week is not just equal, it's better. And here's the other thing. Let's assume that both training methods are actually equal, even though they're not. I want you to think about something honestly, and this is something that I ask all of my clients when they sign up and join with me, is realistically between 3 days a week, 4 days a week, 5 days a week, 6 days a week, which program are you going to be more consistent with to be able to show up as your best every single week without life getting in the way? Because typically missing your training sessions isn't a willpower or a discipline problem, it's a planning issue. When life gets really busy, a 5-day program is just difficult to stick to. You have so much on your plate between your career, the school run, and trying to keep your wife or husband happy. And suddenly, half the week is gone and you've only done one session. But with 3 days a week, just 3 sessions, it's almost achievable for absolutely anybody. You can miss one and still be on track. The program kind of bends to your life instead of breaking when something gets in the way. And that consistency is really going to pay off over time. And I think the other thing to take into context is, do you actually want to be spending your life in the gym? Because if the answer is no, then let's not spend our life in the gym. If you're someone that doesn't necessarily enjoy the gym too much, maybe you have other outdoor hobbies, or maybe you just want to spend more time with your family, it's a no-brainer to schedule yourself and plan in just 3 sessions per week. So what does an effective 3-day program actually look like? The key is full body or near full body training. So you're either going to do 3 full body sessions, or if you really want to specialize on either your upper body or your lower body, you're going to do upper, lower, or lower, upper, lower. So these sessions aren't split into body parts. You're literally going to be training your chest and your arms at the same time as you're going to be training your calves and your quads. This way, as I said earlier, it allows you to divide your total amount of volume, your total amount of sets for each muscle group throughout the week over the course of 3 sessions, and make sure that you're properly repaired and recovered in between sessions so you can give those sets your absolute all. What you're going to do during these sessions is remove junk volume completely. And you're going to prioritize and focus on the compound movements that are going to give you the most bang for your buck whilst you're in the gym. These are things like squats, deadlifts, bench press, rows, hip hinge movements, overhead presses. And if you do this properly, it's only going to take you around about 40 to 60 minutes. Even on top of this, if you were to train for 3 days a week for just 20 minutes, the research shows that you're still going to get between 60 and 80% of your maximal gains. So even if you train 3 times a week for 20 minutes each time, if you had the correct intensity and the correct progression to your program, you're still going to get 60 to 80% of your maximal gains. So before I wrap this video up, I just wanted to interrupt and say, if you want a free 3-day program, then just hit the link below this video and I'm giving you the exact program that you can go into the gym and start hitting this week, so you can see results just hitting the gym 3 times a week. The people that I work with that have switched to 3-day training, or at least switched their mindset to 3-day training, have actually started to enjoy the gym again. The gym was something that a lot of them began to dread, but because they have to give it less mental energy, less time of their week, and when they're in there, there's better focus, better quality of workout, better effort, and quite simply better results. They're no longer dreading it and they're actually looking forward to their sessions. This in turn creates a lovely cycle where you just become more consistent, more consistent, more consistent. And another benefit to that is that they no longer feel guilty for not going to the gym every day. Those are scheduled rest days that are part of the plan. That is time that they can be spending with their family. And here's the thing to remember in any program that you're doing in the gym. The key is going to be progressive overload. That means getting stronger in some way each and every time you train. If you do that on a 3-day program, you're going to get fantastic results. Your results are about progressive overload in the gym and not about how much time you're spending in the gym. We all know that person that trains 5-6 days a week and have been doing so for the past 5 years and they look the exact same. That's because their program isn't structured in a way that is going to get them results. If you do this correctly, then you are going to fly past that person. And years ago, when I started my coaching career and I moved into this industry and I was doing my research and I found out about full body training, I thought, why the hell are the influencers and the YouTubers not talking about this? If there's a way that we can help regular people with extremely busy lives get better results with less time, then why are we not shouting it from the rooftops? So look, if you're ready to make that shift and you're ready to start getting better results by spending less time in the gym, then make sure you grab that free training program in the description below. You can literally have it in your inbox in 5 minutes and head down to the gym and do your first session. And look, if this video helped you, I'd really appreciate it if you drop a comment below, like this video and subscribe. I'm going to be putting out content each and every week showing busy people how to get real results around real life, no matter what is in their calendar or how chaotic their lives are. So I'll see you on the next one.